Hello everyone, my name is Marcin and today I'm going to show you something really fantastic. So I'm super excited about this because today I'm going to show you really great technique to retouch your images. Probably technique you have heard about, probably technique you have heard a few times in your life. Maybe you even seen this technique, maybe you try to do this technique if you already are familiarized with this technique. Hi everyone, my name is Marcin and welcome in another Photoshop tutorial, and today I'm really super excited because I'm going to show you really great retouching technique, probably technique you have heard in the past, and this technique is actually called frequency separation technique. It's very popular and probably it's one of the best techniques to retouch your images in really non-destructive way, because probably some of you during retouching was using blur on some other tools, but as you know, the final result was always a bit fakey, a bit plastic. It's not something you really want to. So today I'm going to show you technique, I'm going to show you frequency separation technique, how to do really great skin retouch on your portrait and keep the same texture as before, keep the real texture of the image. So let's start from the beginning. At first I'm going to duplicate this background layer twice. So duplicate at first once, and I'm going to call this low, and then I'm going to duplicate this once again, duplicate layer, and I'm going to call this high, as I have two layers. So much easier. So let's start with the low layer. Why I duplicate this twice? So this low layer will be layer with my colors of the image, with all colors I have on the image, skin colors, etc. And the high layer is the layer with my skin texture, with the structure of the skin. So I'm going to start with low layer, and at first we have to add some Gaussian blur. Let's zoom this a little bit because I can see, maybe it's not clear. As you can see, it's horrible image, and actually I think it's really good image to present you this technique. So as I said, click filter, blur, and choose Gaussian blur. This kind of radius is of course too strong, so what we're going to do, we have to set the radius not too strong, just maybe around 6-8 pixels. It actually depends on your image, but you have to set the radius. As you can see, we have to make this picture actually blurry, but we still have to have some large details, like the large places on the image. It has to be visible, like the eyes. As you can see, we make it blurry, so we lost all of the specific details from the skin, but we still have the large points. It's everything visible, like eyes, nose, etc. It can be even a bit stronger. You can drag it up even to 12 pixels, 8 pixels. I'm not really a huge fan of this. I want to keep this as much natural as possible, so I'm going to add, let's say, 6.8 at the moment. Okay, and now the all fun begin. We're going into high layer. I called this wrong at first, not high, just high. And now we're going to do the right thing. Go to image, apply image, and I'm not really sure about what's going on over here, and truth to be told, no one actually knows, but that's the right thing what to do. So the layer we're going to choose now, we're going to choose layer low, the layer we get in from our colors. About blending, we have two options. We have to choose subtract if you have 8-bit image, I know if we're using 16-bit image, the settings are a little bit different, but I tell at the end about this. And about this scale and offset, again, no one knows what about this, but the offset has to be at 128. It just has to be like this, and scale has to be at 2. Some of you set different settings. When they have 16-bit image, they set scale at 2, the same offset is 0, and instead of subtract they choose add and then invert layer. However, this 8-bit image, the most popular, so that's the right settings for it. Once again, I choose layer low with the colors, blending subtract, scale 2, and offset 128. Press OK. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change blending mode from normal into linear light. And what happened right now, I'm going to show you after I put this into the group. Control or Command and G. I'm going to call this group FS as frequency separation. And as you can see, nothing changed from our original image, because actually these two layers is the same things what we have in our original layers. In low layers, as I make it blurry, it's actually our colors from the image, and in high is our texture, our structure of the image. So these two layers make our basic image, our original image. So that's how it looks like, and right now is the right part, so our frequency separation retouch. So that technique I'm going to use, I found from great teacher from Flern, and most of the people is using this. They're using Aaron from Flern is using lasso tool. Of course, you can choose any of the selection tool. I'm using lasso tool because it's just the easiest, the most comfortable is to work with lasso tool. You have to set feather pretty much soft. This picture has not such a huge size, so I think 30 few pixels is totally okay. If it's really huge picture, it's better to use a bit it's better to put a bit more feather, a bit more pixels. You can check this by selecting pretty much huge area and just press Q on your keyboard, and you can see if the area you selected has soft edges enough. Maybe even a little bit more. I can add even a bit more, but I think it will be alright for now. So the things we're going to do, deselect for now. I'm going to zoom this image because it will be much easier to work on this. And as you can see, we have so many of these ugly spots on the image. So how to remove them? As we did all of these steps, we just have to select really big area with all these ugly colors on the image. There you go. Now I'm going to choose filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and just make it blur as much as the skin is getting to look really nice. As you can see, more than 30 pixels, even maybe could be less, but as you put radius around 30 pixels, maybe a little bit more, the skin is getting really great. We have soft, clean skin, but as you can see, texture of the skin is actually great. It's actually the same texture of the skin. We're not losing structure of the skin because our texture and structure of the skin is on this layer, on layer I call high. So we have to do the same thing a few times all over our face. It will take a while. It's very quick method, and actually you can save a lot of time if you are a photographer. If you have your own studio, you can save really a lot of time because you can choose this instead of choosing working with clone stamp tool all the time, etc. So Gaussian blur, I can press Ctrl F to repeat. Of course you can set Gaussian blur on your own every time to do this right, but I can repeat Ctrl or Command and then F, and it, as you can see, it's working really great. So I'm going to do this all over the face to make it look beautiful. Again, Ctrl F. Here maybe once again Ctrl F, I did this wrong. It's just unbelievable how great this tool is. Ctrl F once again, or Command. It's just unbelievable what's happening with the face. Let's go to the forehead. I'm going to do this very quickly, as quick as possible. I will be a bit careful for the hair, because I don't want to lose them really. Won't look natural. I will see what happened if I do this with her. It still looks natural, so it's okay. Maybe not here. Here I have some ugly spots. So here you go. As you can see, super easy, quick method. Can work here a little bit. Let's cover everything. Just the last few steps. So take a look at the result. Take a look on the face. This face looks really natural. We still have the same structure. We still have original structure of the image, which is on this layer, this high layer. But as you can see, we remove all the weird colors from the face, because all of the colors are on the low layer, and we actually make it blurry and add some really pretty colors. So this face is very clean right now, but still looks very natural. And that's probably the best, the fastest method to do the quick portrait retouch. It's really a great tool. So take a look how this image looked before. That's how it looked before. And right now, after this quick retouch, our face looked just pretty. It was horrible image. After this, it's great result. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, because for me it's the best tool to do this quick portrait retouch. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and see you soon in the next Photoshop tutorial. Thank you.